Hi everyone! I'm Claris, I'm an indie author and poet, and welcome back to my channel! For those of you that are new to my videos, hi, I'm Claris. I usually post videos here about my experiences of what I've learned as an indie author and poet, and I also will sometimes post videos about the various writing events that I've attended. For this video specifically, I wanted to chat about the WriteHive Writing Conference. This is in its 7th year now, if I'm not mistaken, and I was very happy to finally attend because during the past several years I have tried to attend, but I never quite made it for most of the event, so therefore I couldn't really write a video or a blog post about it. But since I finally could this time around, I figured, why not go for it? So here are all of my highlights. For those of you unaware of what WriteHive is, they are an organization that is dedicated to fostering a safe, diverse community and providing free, inclusive events and resources for all writers. So they're basically looking to break the paywall for authors that really want to advance their writing career. I've followed them for a very long time now, and they do have many events and webinars and awesome resources that are available outside of this conference. I will definitely put down a link to their main websites below, as well as a link to their conference website too. The 2026 WriteHive Annual Conference. This is their 7th annual conference, as I mentioned earlier in the video, and basically, it's free to attend, which is awesome. Secondly, it's hosted on a specific Discord server that they would send invitations to all the attendees on the day of or like the day before. So it's kind of like, it's free, but you have to make sure to register beforehand so you can actually watch everything on time. In the Discord server, I found that there were many opportunities to chat with writers of various genres in specific channels. This was really great for networking and getting to know other authors, especially if you're an author that writes in a very specific genre, for example, or one that isn't necessarily as popular or as easy to find communities for. The panels for the conference, there were many of them, and they were often pre-recorded. YouTube links would be posted in the designated Discord channel for each panel when the time came for them to be posted, and then the panelists themselves and the moderator would be available in that specific Discord channel to answer any specific questions that came up in there while all of us were watching the panels. Not all of the panels were pre-recorded, however. Some of them were live and would be recorded through Zoom. However, they have promised to post replays later on their YouTube channel. There were many panels that were a delight for me to watch, and if I were to list all of them, I would probably be taking way too much time in this video. However, I will recommend watching the panels In This Economy, How to Fund Writing on a Shoestring Budget, Staying Safe While Marketing, the Top 10 Cybersecurity Recommendations, Authors as Reviewers and Book Bloggers, and last but not least, ways to protect your stories from AI. Because, let's be honest, with AI being more and more rampant in our lives, especially online, and especially being a point of contention in the writing community, that is something that all of us need to be more and more aware of. In terms of how the con was organized, I thought that the organizers did a really good job of making sure that everything was well moderated, there were no issues in terms of people interacting with each other, and so on and so forth. All of the moderators of the Discord channel were very helpful when it came to directing people to what resources or what specific channels they should go to talk about specific panels or specific genres. I think they also did a really good job with making sure that all of the channels themselves were well organized, because, for example, in the Discord channel, when you put up a link, everybody's going to see it, of course, but as people are reacting, you see more and more of their messages flood that channel and you might not find the video. So in order to prevent people from having to scroll up all the way, they would make sure to pin the video at the start so that you could just click the pinned section, find that designated video, and then just keep on watching if you were somebody that happened to arrive late to the panel. I would say that the only con of WriteHive Con was probably the fact that there were so many panels that were staggered in terms of the timing. So for example, there would be, say, 2 panels starting at, say, 1 o'clock, for example, but there might be another panel that's starting at 1:15 or 1:30 while those other 2 panels are going on. And though everything is available as a replay eventually, it's still really hard to catch up with every single panel live as they're going on. Of course, I recognize that this is an issue that many other conferences have, and not just writing conferences. They will often stagger the times for specific panels, so people can go attend specific panels or to accommodate speakers for specific panels because they might be only available to speak during a specific window of time, and that is understandable. However, for myself as somebody who was attending the con and wanted to watch many, many panels, this proved to be an issue for me as I was trying to go from one panel to the other while they were still live so I could try to catch everybody's questions and answers and see everybody react in real time live. For those of you that missed the con, good news! The replays will probably be put up eventually. WriteHive is really good at posting their replays on their YouTube channel, and so if you missed them, they'll probably come up at some point in the future. I also want to say a big thank you to the WriteHive community for the organizers for putting on this con year after year. 7 years in, and they're doing an excellent job, so kudos to them for maintaining all of that so far. Would I attend WriteHive Con again next year if they have it? Yes. And are they most likely going to have it again? Knowing how well organized they've run this, probably. And honestly, I was so happy to be there to attend, but maybe next year I'll try to be a panelist if the timing works out. We'll see how things go. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you liked this, please click the subscribe button somewhere down in the description below. And if you want to see more videos like this, let me know in the comments and I'd be happy to share more of my writing conference experiences. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!